Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you guys a quick transitional thought here as we move into Augustine out of Stoicism. One thing that I doubt I'll be able to work into the lecture today, perhaps at some point in the future, is to just build some kind of bridge here between Stoicism and Augustine. And the problem is there are going to be so many obvious similarities between Augustine and Stoicism when it comes to describing the human being's entanglement with what Augustine's going to call external goods, what Seneca would call outcomes or things that are exposed to fortune. At that level, their critiques are going to look so similar that you might miss an underlying difference between these two approaches to wisdom. And one way to begin thinking about that is just to recall exactly what the Stoic sage's attitude is towards human endeavors. You might remember a citation we looked at together in class from On Tranquility of Mind, in which Seneca basically says that the sage, the wise individual, understands that all human activities, all human endeavors and enterprises are equally trivial and futile. Trivial and futile, silly and pointless. Now, part of what we're going to witness Augustine attempting to do is to restore some kind of moral seriousness to the human condition. At certain points, you'll also find Seneca agreeing with Heraclitus, or is it Democritus? I can't recall, but one of these two ancient philosophers, Seneca, endorses the attitude that the proper emotional reaction to human foolishness on a grand scale is laughter. Okay, that perhaps the best thing would be not to emotionally react at all, but if you've got to have an emotional response to human history, it should basically be ridicule. Based perhaps in the insight that there's nothing terribly important going on there. So one important difference between Seneca and Augustine is you'll see Augustine attempting to restore this tenor of moral seriousness to human activities. And of course, one of the most important reasons for that is the religious framework within which Augustine is attempting to reflect philosophically. A universe that has been created by a perfectly benevolent and powerful God is a universe in which human beings have something extremely important to do. And his wisdom doctrine is going to take shape within that general perspective. So just be on the lookout for that. There's going to be a lot in Augustine that's going to remind you of Seneca, and indeed much of the critique of humanity's entanglement with external things is going to be the same, but when it comes to what the wise person's task is, there's going to be a lot less about detachment and much more of an effort to restore the idea that the human being, the wise human being, has something with which to be involved with his or her entire spirit. All right, so I'll see you guys soon.